everybody, it's Christine up today with a new 10-step Tuesday, and this time I am continuing to use the cool frame stickers from Paper House, but focusing on a beach project this time, and so working in some of their beach papers. So first step is to pull out the frame and go ahead and frame my first photo. So this is a clear sticker, so you got a couple options here. You could stick it right onto your photo if you want, or if you're like me and you want it to show a little more vibrantly and not get lost in the photo, you can put it onto white, or if your base for your layout is white, that would work as well. So I'm going to put it on there, and then I'm going to cut my picture down to size and put the picture right on top of it. So that's my approach this time. That's not always my approach. You can look back at the last video as well as go over to my Instagram channel and see the highlights from the first one and see the different ways I have approached this. But you generally can't go wrong with just measuring and cutting your photo to size. That always works. So today, one of the things that I am starting with my YouTube channel this month is all month long I'm going to be working with the same sketch for everything. All my layouts are going to be based on the sketch, and they are going to be some that stray far away from the sketch, and there's going to be some that stay pretty close to it. So today's layout, in addition to being 10 steps, in addition to working with this specific product, I am working with a sketch, and this sketch comes from the scrap room and is the Jumpstart sketch for June. If you want to check out more about this sketch, it comes from the Kit Club, and you can join the Facebook group. You do not have to be a part of the Kit Club, but they have a Jumpstart sketch every month, and I have worked with their Jumpstart sketch in the past when I've worked with the sketch for the whole month, and love how it turned out. So that is where I'm getting my basis from. The sketch calls for 2 big pictures. I am going to use 2 small pictures today. So you can see that I have added my picture on there, and you also notice I pulled out my corner rounder because the corners inside the frame were rounded. So we rolled with that. So in order to make my picture a little bit bigger, I am going to leave this white mat on my frame. I'm just trimming it down a little bit. But my second picture is going to be the same size, so it's actually going to end up kind of getting lost. I don't do 2 big photos is what I'm saying. So I end up doing 2 small photos and making it work that way. So why spend a whole month working with one sketch? Really, I have a couple of reasons for that, but the main one is time and creative energy. So my brain is a little bit overwhelmed at the moment. I have a vacation coming up next week. I have, my normal 4 kids. I have a cookie business that I am launching, and kind of in the second week, really, of the business launch. And I have all my normal design team stuff. And so, I love creating. I do not want to take away from my creative time. However, sometimes the amount of brain space that's working with the creating is a little limited. And so by using a sketch, it just takes one of the steps of thinking through out of it a little bit. And so like the other day, I was able to do 3 layouts in one day. That almost never happens. Almost never. And I didn't spend the whole day in my scrapbooking room. I was just able to do 3 because I had the initial thought process going for me. So you'll see that all month. You guys have enjoyed it in the past. If you want to look back, I have Scrapbook Sketches 101, Scrapbook Sketches 102 from 2020, and so this is the first one for 2021, and you can check out how those other ones went. It's been some of my most popular videos over the last year, so definitely check those out, and then stick with me all month to see how this sketch evolves in different ways. So you can see I have begun to work on step 2. Actually, step 2 was adding the second picture. So step 3 in this is adding in the paper layers. I am going to use this pink background, which is bright, bold, colorful, screams just summer and beach, doesn't it? And then I'm trying to figure out, I want to have 3 layers behind it, trying to figure out what that third one's going to be. So I definitely want this sand color. I like the green one as well. And then in the end, I settled on a white one with some starfish on it in a sand color. And so it complemented it nicely without being so busy that it takes away from it. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my picture on and build all those layers so that they are stuck on there right in the middle. And you can see the sketch there at the end. I will also put a copy of the sketch within the video so that you can see it. Couple other things to make note of in my own world. Speaking of tired brain, my phone completely died last week. And so my traditional video setup that you've seen for the last couple years has changed to a different phone. So a little bit of a learning curve on that. So the lighting may be a little different, etc. But I also lost like my intro video, so I need to go and dig that out, and just a few things that you may see that you're like, oh, this isn't normal for Christine. Just bear with me. I'm doing the best I can. So continuing on, you can see I've got my layers on there and ready to roll. Loving how they are working together. Now the next step is going to be to add on the 3D stickers that came with the frame. And the sketch calls for a title to go down below. I'm not going to do that today. Really, I'm going to follow the lead of the frame. However, the frame and this set, it lays out exactly where to put your stickers. Because I have 2 small photos instead of just 1, I am going to expand that a little bit and move a few things into totally different places, making it my own. But I do love the feature of being able to just look at the frame in the sticker set and just put it right on there. You don't even have to think about it. Now you'll also see that I added on some border stickers underneath. The sketch calls for a banner to go underneath your pictures. And so that's how I mimicked this. Somehow I managed to do it off camera. No idea what happened there, but I did. So you can see, and those are just border stickers from a sticker set from Paper House, which I will link you to down below. I'll link you to everything that I possibly can, both on the Paper House website as well as scrapbook.com. So if you want to recreate this, you definitely can. Now you'll see I also fussy cut some of the sun or some of the starfish out of that original paper that I used. I saved enough to be able to fussy cut it, and I used those as embellishments, popping them up with some 3D foam stickers. Now, just as a reminder, I do have this laid out step by step very clearly in my Instagram stories. So you can see it step 1, step 2, step 3, etc. The video really is meant for those of you who prefer the video aspect or don't use Instagram or just want to see how it all laid out. But I do not do a good job yet of laying it out step by step in the video as far as step 1, step 2, step 3. Maybe I'll get there eventually. Maybe I won't. Maybe that'll just be on Instagram. I don't know. Anyways, you will find me on Instagram at Scrapping with Christine. And even after it's in my stories for 24 hours, I will save it in the highlights so that you can reference back if you don't get to this till later on in the week. Now, I sped right through and didn't get to tell you, I did take some of the clear stickers, and the 3D stickers had some enamel or epoxy round circle stickers. And so they also had some clear stickers in that set that were flat. What I did is I put a 3D foam sticker underneath them and made them have some dimension and was able to use those as some additional similar shaped embellishments. So I've got those in all 3 of my clusters right now. I also just added on a tag just to bring in something different that wasn't a sticker or more patterned paper. Finding I'm doing that a lot lately, tags and baker's twine, just to add another little detail and some movement with the baker's twine. Now I'm going to play with adding a word down below because I want something else down there in that space. I feel like it's a little bit empty. You'll notice I shifted that 3D word over from the left to under the right-hand picture. You'll also notice that I've got smile written underneath right now, but I am not loving that. I don't like the font with what I've got going on, and it just doesn't, it's not quite working for what I'm looking for. So in the end, I ended up pulling out that beach paper pad or sticker pad that I used for my borders. And I am going to add in these tile letters down below. Tile letters is another thing that I have been using more and more of lately that I had kind of gotten away from I think partially because I think they're hard to line up straight, but in the end, I've decided that doesn't really matter. I like how they look now, and so I'm using them. I'm also going to add in some Pink Nouveau drops throughout, and I'm going to put those around the cluster where they're going to really pop out, but I'm also going to expand those out beyond the layers into the pink to just draw the eye out a little bit, and to help bring the whole thing together. So there you have it, 10-Step Tuesday Beach Project using the same kind of frame sticker set from Paper House that I have used the last 2 times. You can catch more details and close-ups over on Instagram at Scrapping with Christine. And if you're not already a subscriber here, I would love to have you as one. I will have a giveaway coming up soon because we just hit 6,000 followers. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.